Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine. It's time to work on the next sketch from our 101 Sketchbook Challenge. I am going to be working on the sketch on page 16, and I'll be using the Called to Serve mini collection. I have both the paper and the stickers for this collection. It's kind of close to my heart. Many of you know that we are an active duty military family. My husband is in the Army, and so I thought this collection I just couldn't resist. And I really, really love how this sketch turned out with it. If you don't have the sketchbook, I will link the original blog post in the description box below this video. Just be aware I do make some changes that are different from what's on the blog, so you'll want to watch the video and follow along a little bit to see what I do. So let's get to it. Here is page 16, and I will hold up what I'm getting ready to do to it. I did make this into a 2-page layout, so we are going to be using 8 4x6 mats. I also did cut a bunch of strips, but instead of using 6 different pages, 6 different patterns, we are going to intersperse them through the star page, which I did not realize was directional. Let me fix my lighting because I have to lower it so that way y'all can see what I've written in pencil in my book, because I'm not writing in pen in that one. So the star page we're going to use as the base for both sides of our page. And if you look at it this way, you can see they don't exactly run across the page evenly the way they do when we're this direction. So I am looking at it going across this direction, and I am going to run my 2-inch strips through this direction. I have cut one of these sheets that has the camouflage on one side and the stripes on the other. So you can see I just took one sheet of paper, I cut the entire paper into 2-inch strips, and that's what I'm going to be using to create the illusion of those stripes down the page. And I am going to be using the paper that has the grid on it for my photo mats, not the camouflage or secondary camouflage side, I guess, if you will. Let me grab out my tape runner. We're also going to be adding a few stickers as well, but we'll get there. First things first, let's get our pattern going. All right, this one with the stripes, I kind of have them angling downward, and that's going to go against the edge of the page. So that one's kind of easy. This one's going to line up at the 2 and 10, so it's 2 at the bottom of your mat, the 10 at the top of your mat, because they're 2-inch strips. Let's see. Oh, they actually did use 2 inches on theirs as well. So 4 to 6 is our next star area. 6 to 8. 6 on the bottom and 6 on the top is going to be where our camouflage runs through. So you can see we're still creating those 2-inch stripes. It's just we have a repeating pattern, and we have the stars that are going to repeat through as well. Let's get our photo mats onto this left side, and then we'll work on our pattern on the other side as well. All right. I messed up my bottom sheet here just a little bit. I want to get myself straightened out. Okay. If I'm working on here, I want to make sure I am looking good and I'm kind of straight on here. Let's put this one between the 1 and the 5 here, and about a 1/2 inch down on the, actually we go the 3/4, you can see those stars. So let's do that. And then this one is going to run across, and I actually think I'm going to put it a little bit lower because I do have something planned for this left side of the page. Let's go 1/2 inch in as well. So that's going to be 6.5 through the middle of the page. Let's see if I can get these other ones on okay. And I'm going to be working, I think, at the 11 here, at the bottom here. I feel like that one's a little crooked somehow. That one is a little bit crooked here. Fix that just a hair over. There we go. Better. And then this last one is going to go down here. Uh-oh. I need to move this one up. So I'm not going to be able to put at the top what I wanted to put at the top, and that's okay. I'd rather have my other item running across the bottom, which is going to be one of our border stickers. So I want to have at least a 1/2 inch for that, but it'd be better if I can get this one at 1 inch as well. How far over? I went 1 inch in, didn't I? So let's go, here's 1 inch, here's 1 inch. All right, there's that one. Okay, so we have these both at the 1 and 11. This one is at the 1. Let's put it at the 11 as well. And that'll line us up here a little bit better, I guess, rather than doing it the other way, which is okay too. It just is a little bit different. So here's the 11 here. There's the 1, right? Okay. Whew. Lots of things going on here. So instead of doing those 3 diamonds on the top, I opted to do larger photo mats so I could get 4 photos on each page. And then I really wanted to get this honor, valor, courage, duty, pride sticker on the page. And I wonder, maybe I should put that one at the top. No, I like it at the bottom, and that's actually where theirs is on the inspiration piece as well. So I'm going about 1/4 of an inch above the bottom of the page across here. Whew. And then we'll see about maybe adding something in here as well. But let me get the right side of the page done as well. And then we'll get there. It'll come up together. It'll be good. So here's our left side so far. I do map these out a little bit ahead of time. However, I try to leave a little bit of interpretation open to myself for when I get ready to film, just because sometimes different ideas strike me at different times and I think something will work a little better. And so then that's what I wind up doing. Okay, so these are also going to run 2 inches apart. We've got 2 camos and a stripe on this one. Whereas with the 2 stripes and the camo on the other side of the page. Conversely here. Like I said, it's nice to just use up 1 sheet of paper. This one goes down at the 6th, right through the middle of the page here. Oops. Okay, sticking before I was ready for it to stick, of course. There we go. Okay, better. And camouflage here is at the 2. And, oops. The bottom is the 2, and at the top it's the 10. All right. Okay, so now we have our 4 mats for this side of the page. And these are all 4x6 mats, just in case I didn't mention it on the other side of the page. We'll go ahead and put these at the corners of the 1s and the 11s again, like we did on the opposite side as well. And that way we can run our other border sticker across. So they're kind of going to be mirrored, I guess, if you will, or a matched pair up to this point. Although I guess it is more mirrored because my mats are a little bit different, slightly different positioning. All right, 1 and 1. It's right about here. 11 and 11. On this one, this one's going to have 1 and 1 again. So 1 and 1 is an inch in and an inch up, roughly. And then this one is going to be 11 and 11 again. It's back to the corner. Goodness gracious, I thought I had edited the corner for the last one. Maybe not. I guess we'll see here. Here we go. Pretty good. All right, yep. So we're kind of creating our own grid within a grid a little bit here. And our other border sticker going across at this 1/4 inch mark. So up above 1/4 inch from the bottom of the page is where our sticker is going to go across. And let me go ahead and move my mat out of the way. But show you that first. All right, bringing back in the left side of our page. From our sticker sheet here, we're going to pull this Brave, and this one is going to go in here. And it's going to need to go on foam squares because otherwise, unless I angle it, it's going to wind up on top of our photos, and we don't want that. Let me grab my sheet of foam squares here. I'm going to use this large one and a couple of the slightly smaller ones to make sure it's lifted but not interfering with my photos here. So put them in just a little bit. So there we go. We can get that on the page nicely. And then I also saw this compass here. I thought that one seemed like it would be good for the right side of our page. This one's a little bit smaller, but it seems to work with the stripes going through here and the stars next to it. So I think I'm going to angle it a bit. There we go. That one can just go down. And then we're also going to grab the stars here. And there's 3 green, a couple of browns. So we're going to alternate a bit. Do we green and brown, green and brown? Let's go start from the right here and we'll see how we go. Just across. Let me go with the lighter one here. So this one is the gray. And then we'll do another green. And I'm putting it so where the points are kind of offset. I've got more of the dip in the star at the top. And then we're going to do blue here on this one. Oh, actually, we have another gray on the other side here. Hang on. Let me grab that gray one from the other sheet. Put this blue one back. Because otherwise, you know, Catherine in color. So here's gray. Actually, the gray is going to have to go over green, gray, green, gray, green, and then brown. So the brown's going to have to go here, and then the green, and then the gray. Okay, gray we're going to end with. make the pattern work. We don't have the 3 greens, but we only had 2 browns and 2 grays, so let's do that. 1 brown, because we have this mustard, but that one's not going to work for me. Go figure. There. So that kind of brings in our stars from our star page, and it highlights our pattern as well. Although I guess I could have used the mustard because I had the mustard here, but that's okay. We've got the gray, we've got the green, we've got the brown. I think we're good. And there we go. I'll hold it up again so you can see those stars and our other sticker on the page. And I hope y'all enjoyed my interpretation of the sketch, getting some larger photos onto our page and more photos. And this one I don't have as much space for journaling on. You can add a small journal box over here if you want, or on the end over here, just a small scrap strip of paper maybe from one of your index sheets. On the sample here, we have a journal box underneath this photo, but we don't have space for that because they put the 3 squares in the top, and I wanted to get a little bit more on the page, a little more photos on the page. So you can interpret the sketch how you would like. I hope you enjoyed seeing my interpretation. And now we're going to go ahead and put together a card, because that's the other part of the thing I've been doing with this sketchbook challenge, is I've been challenging myself to use some scraps for cards, or just to be inspired by the sketch with doing the cards. So let me get things switched over again. So all right, for our card, we are going to use one of our blank card bases from our blank card kit. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I think we're going to make a Memorial Day or a Veterans Day card, not Memorial Day, although I guess you could for Memorial Day as well, but that's, Memorial Day is more to have the memories of those you've lost. Veterans Day is to thank a veteran, and so let's thank a veteran. You can put a gift card in your card. You can send it to a veteran you know that's deployed. And so, or to a deployed soldier, I should say. Here we go. I cut the camouflage paper that was on the back side of our grid to 4 1/4 by 5.5, and I actually cut it a little bit too long. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to fold this over a bit. You could either cut it off or work with it and fold it over and kind of make it like it has an extra little, special, almost like a book cover where you wrap it around. So that's what I did. I was a 1/4 inch off. So I must have done 5 3/4 instead of, I must have done 4.5 instead of 4 1/4 is what happened. And that's okay. You just roll with it sometimes. So here we have our saluting soldiers here, and we have a female soldier or a male soldier, it looks like. So let's honor our female veterans here with our card. We are going to go ahead and put our silhouette on here. And we're going to grab our veteran sticker, and we're going to grab one of these poppies because the poppies are just so pretty, and they are usually given out on both Veterans Day and Memorial Day, but more on Veterans Day. And here we go. So kind of like a we salute you to our veterans, and I think that is what we're going to do. Simple card, piece of paper and a couple of stickers. You could have added a foam square if you want, but I think the soldiers just appreciate you sending something actually in the mail for them to open, especially if they are deployed. The days are long, so they would appreciate, I think, if you put just a blank white card in the mail to them. But this one's pretty, and if you like it, send it out. Well, I hope you all appreciated seeing my interpretation of the sketch on page 16 of our sketchbook. And then my companion card to go with it. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment. I sure do appreciate those of you that do. Until next time.